Welcome to the CV Advice video. This video will talk you through how to make an effective CV on the CV Builder tool. You can find the CV Builder on the My Careers tab on Blackboard. You then click on the Careers Planning section. Once here, you will find the CV Builder. The CV Builder also has advice from employers that you can listen to as you make your CV. A CV is a professional document that gives an overview of your skills, achievements and experience for employers, which is vital when applying for jobs. Employers can take as little as 30 seconds to review the CV, so you need to make it concise and make sure things stand out. The first section of the CV Builder that you will come to is the details section. Your details are a vital part of your CV, as this is the information the employer will use to contact you, so make sure all of the details are up to date. You may want to also include links to online professional profiles and portfolios. If you have a LinkedIn profile, this can be included here. Once you've completed your details, you then click Save and move to the Profile section. Some students find this difficult to write, however following these steps should make it easier. The profile should only be around 5 to 6 lines long. Firstly, you may want to make reference to your degree or what you are currently doing. Then any key highlights or unique selling points about you. You will then end the profile with reference to the job or employer you are applying to. Some people also state what their career aim is. Here you can see an example of a profile. Within the profile, you need to highlight your strengths and use positive language. You can personalise the profile to adapt to each role. This is your opportunity to highlight your best points and make the employer read on. It can also sound professional when written in the third person. Once you have written your profile, click Save and move to the next section. This section is your education. Provide details of your academic and professional qualifications. If recently graduated, it can be useful to include a paragraph explaining the relevant parts of your studies and the transferable skills obtained. You may want to include what your research area was for your dissertation. Don't just state what modules you studied. Make this section personal to what you achieved from completing your degree. Don't go into too much detail about your A-levels or GCSEs. The education section shows your commitment and your passion for personal development. Here you include what institution you studied at and complete the necessary boxes. It will then appear at the bottom. The CV Builder will put it in the correct order for you. You then click Save and move to the next section. The next section is work. Employers need to match your experience to their job description and will look for evidence of how you performed in previous roles. Back up each point with facts or statistics where possible. Depending on what you have to offer, consider a relevant experience and other experience section. You will need to start with your most recent position first. Consider using bullet points, which the CV Builder will do for you, and use active verbs, for example delivered, presented, achieved, led and coordinated. Again, once you've completed this, if you click Save, and you can move to the next section. Highlighting a few of your strongest and most relevant achievements helps employers to see what you could bring to their organisation. Once you've completed this section, and an example could be that you've completed the Lincoln Award, you can then click Save and move to the Skills section. You can demonstrate here the skills you have which you feel are most relevant to the role you are applying to. Don't just write lots of different skills, keep them concise and accurate. Make sure you evidence where you have developed this skill. Once you've completed this, you click Save and you can move to the other section. Here you can include any languages you can speak or if you have a full driving licence, if this is a requirement of the role. You can also include your interests, but try and stay away from writing general phrases like socialising with friends. You then click Save and move to the final section, which is References. Even though the CV Builder allows you to add 1 or 2 references to include on your CV, this is not necessary, and you can just put references available upon request. You will be contacted by the employer for these, usually at the stage when you've been offered a position. When you have finished creating your CV, you click Download, and then you select which template you would like to use. Once you have chosen, you can download this and the CV will be saved. The CV you create on the CV Builder may not be the finished document, and you may need to have this reviewed to make sure it is going to put you in the best position for the role you are applying to. Why not bring this along to the Careers Clinic, which is available Monday to Friday, 1 PM to 4 PM, located in the Careers Centre on the ground floor of the library, and one of our skills advisors will be able to provide you with constructive feedback. Good luck with your CV writing.